at all these horny.
Horny. You know, I think the saddest thing about Hasan at the moment anyways is in fact the only time he actually like makes content that's actually interesting, it's when he's having a meltdown. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like him at all. I'm fairly biased against him. I do watch like a bit of content of people like ripping on him, but so far in 2022 he seems like every single time I see a video of someone ripping on him, it seems that Hasan is just having like a perpetual fucking breakdown, if that makes sense. But putting that aside, I thought I would do a little video where I'd point out all the times this year that Hasan has called someone a Nazi. I would include other years, but that would include me doing more research, which I don't want to do. I can't think of anyone else that wants to do that because it would involve me watching his fucking content. I really don't want to do that. So let's dive right in.
Horny.
So the context behind the whole Adam something drama is that I think Hasan reacted to a video by the Gravel Institute. It was a video to do with Ukraine. Adam something, who's a YouTube channel, he talks about like European politics a lot, made a post criticizing Hasan, and Hasan kind of lost his shit, and there's a bit of a back and forth between the two. And I just like to bring your attention to one line out of the channel post that Adam put out. Hasan didn't mean to insult me. He simply reached the narrow limits of his understanding of the world, and since then couldn't control the resulting emotional outburst made up of fear, confusion, and frustration. That shit is fucking brutal, okay? I wish I fucking wrote that. Now, this line actually plays a significant part in what you're about to see, so enjoy.
Hasan didn't mean to insult me. He simply reached the narrow limits of his understanding of the world. Dude, I can't do this. The narrow limits. Yeah, dude. Just fucking say I'm a Turk roach with a cockroach brain and move on, okay? Yeah, fuck it. I'm saying it, dude, okay? This motherfucker, not exactly out of the alt-right pipeline, okay? Straight up, dude.
Do you see what I mean? It was that line that actually like triggered him. It's a line where he calls him stupid. Just flat out accuses him of being alt-right because of it, because he dared call Hasan stupid. Something that a lot of people do.
Let's go. Yeah, after watching your fucking Nazi apologia video where you literally, in the most semantic, the most like nitpicky way, said that the Gravel Institute was wrong even when they literally contradicted your statements, where you used faulty fucking data and engaged in Nazi apologia, you turn around with this Eurocentric supremacist trash.
See, one of the main criticisms I got from Adam Something's post was your narrow understanding of Europe, which I won't lie, I could probably be included in that as well. Like, I live in Ireland. I'm probably the most far removed country from the whole like Ukraine conflict. But yeah, one of his biggest criticisms was your kind of streamer bro American thinking Europe is this one big thing when in reality it's fairly complex. The worst word you could use in your rebuttal to that is Eurocentric, because when you say that, especially in this context, you're implying that Europe is this one big homogenous thing when it isn't. My guy, you need to stop malding and think for a second, okay?
I have the nuance of defending Nazis, and then I look at all these fucking horny Westoid, Angloid brained, disgusting filth in the chat.
My guy, what are you even saying? You're just saying shit for the hell of it. These horny, Angloid, Westoid, like what the fuck do you mean by that? You need to elaborate, my guy. Stop muttering to yourself. But yeah, Adam Something did a reaction to this clip, and I thought his input was very insightful. Now, while all of this is like fucking wild, this wasn't even the strangest part of the whole Adam Something thing, right? Because he brought vaush into it. Vaush, I say you guys probably know him. He's another like leftist streamer. His community on Reddit was very critical of Hasan because of this. Hasan saw this and DM'd vaush basically saying, get your community to stop criticizing me, moderate your fucking subreddit so that they stop talking shit about me, and called him egotistical, which is fucking wild coming from him. And I think it shows like the self-awareness, or more so lack thereof, kind of self-awareness from Hasan. So yeah, kind of cringe. That's all I have to say.
Hey, listen, NATO had some Nazis in their higher-up posts after World War II. The USSR full-on allied with Nazi Germany. They were in it before it was cool. No, this is very dumb. I've said this before, but unfortunately, Hasan is morally lucky. He's a leftist because he's a leftist. His internal thought processes on this are very bad. And most notably, he is incapable of receiving criticism. It's like foundationally impossible for him to hear criticism and to respond to it. and to learn from it. It's just not possible. I genuinely do not think he is capable of it. I have no idea what that is a product of or what led to that. But it's deeply unfortunate. And, that's not really a problem when what you're saying is true, like when he's saying we need a higher minimum wage or we should vote for Bernie Sanders. But man, does it become a problem when what you're saying is not true. Yeah, it's an issue. Now, the reason that I'm involved in this isn't actually because he was looking through my sub. It's because, and I'm not kidding, he had the audacity to DM me on Twitter, essentially asking me to moderate my community so you guys would criticize him less. That is not a joke. I'm sure you can all infer how I feel about that just on the face of it. I'm not going to leak DMs, but he managed to be very patronizing while doing this. At one point, I think he basically said something along the lines of, I know your head can get big because you get a lot of views. Like he was referring to my war streams. And I'm thinking like, from you, man? Like my head's getting big because I allow my community to disagree with him? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I told him that my community's concerns are legitimate. I would be doing nothing to change my existing policies. I also told him that I found it very hypocritical that he would ask that of me when his mod team has banned everyone who speaks positively of me in his community for like years. It's true, his mod team just auto bans like anyone who praises or defends me in any respect, therefore shutting me out of what would otherwise probably be the largest community that I could potentially appeal to. And Hasan has never done anything about it. And what's more, I've never asked him to do anything about it. Because I try not to like dictate the moderation policy of other communities, even if I think it's ridiculously unfair. Like I've complained about it on my stream, which I feel I have a right to, but I wouldn't DM Hasan about that.
Horny.
So this next part is about the whole Jay Exci drama from, I think it was like a month ago. To give you a quick rundown, Jay Exci basically called out Hasan for lazy content, lazy react content. The whole like chair reaction thing meme came from that. And while Hasan didn't outright call him a Nazi, he definitely implied it. He called EFAP a fucking alt-right podcast that like collaborates with fucking Sargon of Akkad or whatever. And I'm not going to talk too much about it because I've already made a video on it. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to see it. But yeah, that's the other time. And this is all just in like 2022. We're about like halfway through the year and he's just going off, But in addition to those two examples, I just kind of wanted to talk about like Hasan in general. So in my humble opinion, I think the dude is egotistical as fuck. And it's probably going to get worse before it gets better, to be quite honest with you, because like the fact that he DM'd fucking vaush trying to get his community to stop talking shit about him is like, I don't care. Like, I don't know where this channel is going to be even in a year's time, but I can't imagine fucking doing that to someone, right? If someone else's community wants to talk shit about me, I don't care. Especially if I'm making like the same amount of money Hasan does, I could give less of a shit. If anything, it's a good thing because it's giving him more exposure, even though he doesn't really need it. But I think Hasan can take one of two paths, right? Either take a break from streaming to calm the fuck down, or just kind of fuck off to like being just like celebrity shit. He recently had Grimes on stream. Maybe bring her on at the odd time, maybe talk about synthesizers or some shit. I don't know, whatever like crazy shit Grimes talks about. But yeah, it is very disappointing to see that Hasan, out of all people, is like the biggest political streamer out there. And this shit is like so fucking bleak. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I did this completely unscripted, so sorry if it was a bit all over the place. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.